Hey guys, what's going on? Jane Craze here. We have an absolutely insane P.E.K.K.A deck. The Executioner was released last night. I got the offer for 400 gems that got allowed you to get to level 3, and the Executioner is just insane. I think it's probably the best epic card in the game right now, because it's insane. It has a lot of area splash, and it hits air targets as well as ground troops. So this is a P.E.K.K.A Executioner deck. So I also have three Musketeers in it, and it is just so much power. It's so hard to stop. So I'll usually start with a P.E.K.K.A in the back. You'll do an Executioner behind it. If the Executioner isn't in your hand, you can save up for three Musketeers. And I'll show you how to do that. But you can actually do P.E.K.K.A 3 Musketeers, and it does not have to be double elixir time. But we also have the Tornado in this deck, and I made this deck myself. I was using it before any YouTubers like Nick at Night uploaded videos of P.E.K.K.A Executioner, because I was experimenting with P.E.K.K.A Tornado, and then the Executioner came out, so I threw him in, and I discovered P.E.K.K.A Executioner is just an insane combo. So if you do not have the Ice Wizard or Princess, you can put the Bomber in for the Princess, and you can put Archers or Dark Goblin in for Ice Wizard. They both mainly work the same, except the Ice Wizard slows down tanks like Elite Barbarians or Giants or other troops like that. So he is definitely vital to the deck, but you can put those cards in for him. But I'm going to show you a couple replays. I lost to this guy because he had a level 12 Royal Giant. I did not have a building in my deck, and the level 12 Royal Giant it honestly takes no skill at all. But I love using this deck, and I like the Tornado a lot as well. It's very useful because I'll have the P.E.K.K.A in front, and they'll usually play something like an Ice Wizard or a Musketeer, but like behind their tower to range out the P.E.K.K.A, and the P.E.K.K.A will take forever to get there. So what I'll do is I'll place a Tornado and drag the troop to the P.E.K.K.A, and the P.E.K.K.A will just one-shot it. And if you do decide to put the three Musketeers behind the P.E.K.K.A, what you want to do is you want to split them up. So you want to have two Musketeers behind the P.E.K.K.A and one going down the other lane. So if you don't know how to do that, you just put them directly in the middle, and they will split up. And this deck gets even more insane in double elixir time because you have enough elixirs to throw out a P.E.K.K.A, and once it gets towards the bridge, after you place it in the back, you have enough elixir to put three Musketeers and an Executioner. It's just insane. I'm going to speed up the replay. So what I did here is I split them up. You see how I split them up? I had one go to his right tower, and just the one Musketeer from his right tower, because they normally don't defend it, it got it down to almost half health. So I just threw the three Musketeers there to cycle back to my P.E.K.K.A. And I pressured both his towers, and the Princess ended up targeting his left tower. I also like to pressure both towers because it makes them mess up, and they usually lose a tower. Alright, this one, he had a balloon, and my main counters to it were the Ice Wizard and the three Musketeers. He did get a shot off right there, but what I did with this, he had the Tombstone, and that shut a lot of my pushes down. But the Executioner is it's very good against it if it's at the right angle, because Executioner will destroy the Tombstone, and then the axe comes back, and the axe will kill the skeletons that spawn, so the P.E.K.K.A can just go right for the tower. And you'll see that at the end of the replay. That's what I ended up doing. The Executioner took out the Tombstone. But I messed up the zap right there, so the skeletons distracted the P.E.K.K.A. Alright, this guy started panicking a little bit because he didn't really have a good counter to my Three Musketeers behind the P.E.K.K.A. But you see right there, the Executioner took out that tombstone. P.E.K.K.A. got 2 shots off, and the Executioner took out his left tower. And I think I also ended up getting his other tower. Yep. Like right at the last second, so it helped out my crown chest. But this deck is insane. It's very fun to use. This is that Royal Giant person. I'll watch this because I lost to this guy. But he did use Elite Barbarians, and you can mostly counter those with the Tornado to pull them away from the tower, and or you can put an Ice Wizard down or use a Fireball like I did in that first one. The Royal Giant is a little harder. With the Royal Giant, I'll throw a P.E.K.K.A. down, or I'll definitely do an Ice Wizard because that slows down the time it shoots your tower. My P.E.K.K.A. got 2 shots off on his tower right there. And so I started going for the other tower, but his Royal Giant is just too much for my tower. But I pulled it to my King Tower with the Tornado, because the Tornado has just a variety of uses. He's fun to use. And he is a little bit of a, I don't even, like, I know what I want to say, but I don't know if I want to say it. But he's like, just the ultimate fig. This guy was another Royal Giant user, and I ended up beating him. So if you have the P.E.K.K.A. in your starting hand, always place it in the back, because that's basically the main part of your push. I did all 3 Musketeers behind this tower, and I got him, I 3-crowned him really quickly with the Executioner and 3 Musketeers. Oh, I said thanks right here because he used the Royal Giant. But I hate the Royal Giant so much. It honestly takes no skill at all to use. And that's why I'll mainly say thanks whenever I beat a Royal Giant user. I mean, literally all you have to do is place it down, and if they don't have an Inferno Tower or building, it just gets your tower. It takes no skill at all. But that's just my opinion. So this guy had the 3 Musketeers, but I had the Fireball to counter it. Got his tower with that 1 push, and as you saw, I used the Tornado on the Elite Barbarians, which stopped them. And the Executioner is really good because it can take out low health troops behind tanks like that Giant and those Spear Goblins, so I just used the Executioner on that. Ice Wizard again to counter those Elite Barbarians. I just easily threw a Fireball to stop those 3 Musketeers. And that was game. But I'm not sure exactly what my record is with this deck. I think it's, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, what? Oops. Did not mean to do that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, 6 out of 10 were wins. Actually, I lost this battle right here, because I just left the match right away because I had to go eat dinner really quick. So it's actually 6 out of 9. Whatever, just say 6 out of 9. But definitely try this deck out. It's really fun to use. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. I just kind of been busy with school and stuff. But if you enjoyed the episode and you like the deck, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.